When we last left off on my first attempts at making stacker rings for an introductory jewelry class, I had made a bunch of basic ones that were just a circle, and now we're adding bezel cups and embellishments to them. I messed up on the very first step by attaching my bezel cups first, despite the fact that they're my tallest element, which meant that every other step was much more of a pain in the butt than it needed to be. I made these little moon shapes because the goal for this project was like moon phases, because I have a moonstone and an onyx, so it's like a full moon and a new moon. I cut out the 4 little moons, 2 in each phase, and then sweat soldered onto the back of the moons so that the solder is just like hanging out on the embellishment before you try to attach it to the band. Emphasis there being on the word try, because this was a struggle bus. It took me way too long to realize that because of the height of the bezel cup, my moon and my ring bands weren't actually touching, so I kept thinking that I finally had them attached, but then I would put it in the quench and it would just fall off because the only thing that was actually holding it in place was the cooked flux. But I did eventually get it, and it's a lesson learned for next time, so now it's time to add these little rocks in. The moonstone went with the waxing and waning gibbous, and I just set that in using this plastic tool because I don't have a burnisher yet. And the onyx went with the 2 crescent moons. All in all, these are the stacker rings that I made in my first few weeks as an introductory jewelry student. And now, because I have way too much confidence, we're moving on to the much more complicated things.